Hey Cancer, this is Tara from Tara's Tarot here with your March 2019 reading. If anyone wants a personal reading, feel free to email me at tara@tarastarot.com. So I've dealt your spread, and it's looking like there's some very big energies that are coming into play for you in the month of March. There's a lot of faded things that are clicking into place. It's time. And it looks like things are looking positive. It looks like there's been something that has kind of like been decided, or a breakthrough, or kind of knowing where things stand now, or getting the answer. And there's, kind of a closure, a culmination, things moving forward. So let's go through. So we're looking at there's a lot of energy here. Well, where do I want to start? Oh God, there's so much. Okay, so let's just go through one by one. So we have the core of the energy this month, or where you find yourself in the present. We've got the sun. So, this is really such a joyous, positive card. This energy is all about being re-engaged with life, seeing things clearly, having that energy back again, being happy, being expressive, getting out there, again, getting answers, or just having harmony and joy. I'm feeling like also this is kind of tying into you getting some kind of answer, or having some kind of resolution, or seeing the light, seeing how things have kind of culminated. Because we have in the environment, we have the Justice card. So something's happened where, justice has been done. The answer's been given. Things have balanced out, and, all the choices and actions of the past, all of the components, everything together. Now this is the just answer. So you could have either gotten some good news, had a decision made about a relationship, or a court case, or custody, or the mortgage, or whatever, however this applies, or just being released even from an emotional karmic cycle. But there's been some kind of clarity, verdict, and feeling this joy and ability to move forward and engage and express. Now, the recent past, well, actually, maybe, yeah. So the recent past is interesting because we have the Ace of Pentacles here. So it's looking like there was some kind of opportunity that came to you, or some kind of potential. This energy is whenever, the stage is set for this potential energy that you can manifest something out of. So when you get the Ace cards, this is like that abundant energy from the universe that you can take and do whatever you want with. It's a good time to build, it's a good time to accept an offer, it's a good time to create. And it's Pentacles, so it's all about manifesting. It's all about the physical. It's all about the 3D. It's also about a new path, new opportunities, new potential, new growth, right? So this happened in the recent past, and then we have the Sun, again with the Justice card. So there's something going on here with, I feel like things have opened up. We have here for your hope and fear. This is kind of where your emotional energy is going towards. So this is a hope for a breakthrough, for the answer, hoping for that knowledge, for that clarity, and you're going to get it, So something's definitely shifting and clicking into place that you're going to feel really happy about. Now, there's a lot of major cards, like I said, a lot of faded energy here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If we count the aces, 8, 9, that's a lot. That's a lot of major cards. So, okay. One of those major cards that is behind the energy. So this is like the root, the subconscious, what's kind of going on underneath the surface that you might not be aware of. What's the kind of driving force here? What's happening under the surface? This is the Empress. So this is all about that receptive energy where things are created. That incubation period where the baby develops in the womb, where the creative project, the creative juices are flowing, where some kind of space is being allowed and created for something to be born, something to grow. This is a lot of fertility, a lot of abundance. Now, this is often also, there's a waiting period here. So this is like that, like I said, incubation stage where you might not see anything, you might not see the final form it's going to take, or you might not see or be aware of what's growing or, you know, what's happening, but there's stuff brewing under the surface. There's this bubbling, you know, birthing of something, which is in alignment with this new pathway, this new potential, this justice being done, you know, the scales being balanced, the sun getting out there. So there's this really supportive energy for you. I feel like you're going to be expanding a lot, being more clear on your path, kind of seeing things develop. Now, on the surface level, what's going on? What's apparent? This could either be like what's visible on the surface, so what you're aware of, what's apparent, or kind of where your thoughts are focusing, what's kind of on the forefront of your mind, what's occupying your perspective or your thoughts. So we have the High Priest energy here. So this is like all about structure and form in terms of there's a status quo, there's guidelines to follow, there's this system in place that everyone deems appropriate and deems to be the right thing to do, or you know, the way to enact our spiritual beliefs on earth, like a way to, so, but that's kind of more of a deeper level. But so this could manifest in like various different ways. So one example is, you know, a commitment, a marriage, you know, something that the church or your religion or your group deems, okay, this is, you know, what happens when, you know, or it could be like a system, like a company, a system like government, a system like a culture, anything that is about conventional approaches, but it could also be touching on unconventional too. So both sides of those coins. So this could be saying like, okay, you had this breakthrough, you had this opportunity, justice happened, and now you can see, okay, what's the structure? What am I working with here? What world am I operating in? What are the guidelines? What are the rules? Where am I going from here? You know, what am I working with? Or it could be, you know, maybe you have, you know, you got a new job and now this is about fitting into that system. How do I, you know, play by their rules? What's the dynamics involved? You know, how do I fit into this whole? I clarified that, and I got these 7 of Pentacles here. A 7 of Pentacles is all about something coming to fruition, something you've worked for, toiled for, nurtured, has now grown, and it's now a product. It's now, you know, you have something to show for it. Also, it's about, you know, now what do you do practically moving forward? Now that you have reached this stage, now what? Now what's next? What practical decision are you making? So I feel like something's kind of come into being and come into form. Like there's all this, you know, supportive energy from the universe around you and around whatever this is about. You know, it's fertile. We're creating space for this to grow. The sun is shining on the situation. There's clarity. There's energy. There's joy. This new opportunity just came to pass. There's justice now. Things are, consequences, debts are paid. You see the writing on the wall. You see the verdict. You see the answer. You can move forward. So there's all that kind of stuff supporting you. But then it looks like the focus is this tangible situation or environment or structure that you're working within, that you have something to show for this, and you're kind of navigating your way through it almost, or have a decision to make regarding that. Now you are showing up as the Emperor. So what energy are you putting into this, subconsciously or consciously? How do you see yourself? What role are you playing? You know, what, how are you influencing the situation? So we have the Emperor. So this is all about, you know, first of all, power, your own power, being the emperor of your own life, you know, being a leader, making decisions, having others follow, making decisions for others, being a leader in a leadership role, maybe a boss, maybe the more, you know, dominant partner in a relationship, maybe a parent. So, you know, the good things about this card, it's all about creating form, creating structure, knowing the boundaries, you know, knowing, it's like, think about like you're the emperor, you're in control of all your whole kingdom, all the lesser kings and kingdoms kind of come to you, and you have domain over everything and control over everything. So, you know, you have to know, okay, where's my, where are the borders of my kingdom? What are the rules for my kingdom? What, you know, kind of emperor do I want to be? What am I creating? It's all about, this is a lot about creating and having the opportunity to create, and then things coming into form. So I feel like you're kind of reaching an exciting kind of turning point. The negative kind of side of this is maybe being too controlling or too domineering or too stifling, where, you know, there's too much structure. So you have to see how that kind of applies to you, and there might be, you know, meanings from both of those sides for you. But it looks good, like you're in power, you're in control. You've kind of developed something or taken an opportunity or used this opportunity to your benefit, or really maximize the potential out of an opportunity. Okay, so going back to the sun in our present core energy, crossing that, we have the Page of Pentacles here. So the Page of Pentacles is all about nurturing something that's practical, that's practically developing, practically growing. So on one hand, you can see it as a specific, like you're going to school, you're taking courses, or you're taking out a loan to develop a business, or, you know, you're researching and finding out what you need to do to create your dream goal of whatever. Or you get a message or someone helpful that's helping aid your whatever you're trying to manifest, or whatever your goal is. On a more deeper kind of symbolic level, this is all about the seeds you've planted are starting to take physical form. Again, with the form. So the seeds are kind of growing. You're starting to see the first little, you know, signs of the plant life. It worked. It's growing. Things are like moving forward. I have something to show for this, but there's this element of needing to nurture things still. They're not in their final form. So also with this Seven of Pentacles, you know, it's like, okay, you got to this level, but there's still decisions to make. There's still another incarnation for this, another meaning, like, say you just, okay, let's use the traditional example. You just grew a bush with some kind of fruit or good on it that you can sell. Do you want to just pick off the fruit and take the bush it to market and make a profit off of that? Do you want to plant these and make more bushes and have a bigger investment and profit one day? Do you want to sell your whole plot of land and stop with this growing of bushes and just take the money and go? You know, so there's like there's more, you know, decisions to be made and nurturing to be made at this point towards your ultimate goal. Okay, so near future energy, we've got the Queen of Wands here. This can be a person, man or woman. This can be the energy of a situation, okay? If it's a person, you know, we're looking at someone who's very confident, very charismatic, very strong, very magnetic, very attractive. Not necessarily physically, but just their energy is very attractive. They're very compelling and, you know, they have that magnetic confidence to them. So this could be someone playing an important role in the near future. Maybe you team up with someone. Maybe this is someone already involved that, you know, whatever it may be. If this is a general energy or you know, this is about that kind of, how could this apply? Like, well, if it's about you, it's about stepping into, again, your power. But this is kind of more, instead of like the Emperor or the King of Wands, where you're really kind of directing your energy outward and you're kind of, you know, speaking about the plan, getting everyone rallied up, getting people inspired, willing people to follow you. The feminine aspect of that is kind of more receptive and inward, like kind of just holding that energy and letting everything else fall into place. Like just holding that and being that charisma, strength, confidence, magnetism, being dynamic, and people just being attracted and drawn to that. And it kind of, oh, my phone's ringing, sorry. Okay, so maybe we'll get a clarity card on that one. Okay, so as we move into the outcome, there's a huge shift coming in. So just to summarize before I go into the cards, it's looking like, okay, you've really hung in there for the long haul. You've been kind of maybe exhausted, maybe over this, maybe when will this finally shift? When will this happen? I'm tired. I've been trying for so long. I've been using all my resources and strength and and then this kind of walking away from something, that leaving the past behind, like being ready to go out on this new journey, being ready to turn the page and move on with your life. And we have the Wheel of Fortune and the World. So, okay, let's just go through. Oh my God. So it's the end of a huge cycle for you. Justice has been done. You are freed from some kind of situation that was, could have been repetitive, could have been involving, you know, life lessons, you know, for whatever reason you were meant to kind of go through that. And now it's like, okay, we're done with that. We can move it forward. So in our outcome, we've got 4 cards. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. We've got the World. Huge. We've got the 8 of Cups and the 9 of Wands. So I feel like it's been a lot of hard work getting to this point. I feel like you've had to really keep your eye on the prize. You've had to really continue to motivate yourself, to hang in there, to keep going, to not give up, to persevere. Putting in a lot of energy, a lot of effort, you know, maintaining, keeping going. But now, you know, the time has come where, you know, fate is moving you forward. Fate's saying, you know, the world, this is all wrapped up. You've now transcended. You've accomplished what you were meant to accomplish through this experience. You learned what you were meant to learn. You, you know, are now ready to be released and to move to the next level, to the next cycle, to the next journey. And this feels so good because finally life's moving forward. Finally, we're expanding. You know, it feels good. It's exciting. Things are changing. And the Wheel of Fortune, you know, this is fate is stepping in and moving that wheel. Fate is stepping in and changing things. So it's like you don't even have to do anything. You know, you just have to be open and, you know, align yourself with what you're trying to accomplish and, you know, what you're focusing on and, you know, tend to what you need to tend to. But I feel like it's all here for you to run with. Yeah, so there's a huge turning point here. Huge. And again, we've got the sun in the course. So I feel like this is all going to be a very pleasant experience, good news, feeling invigorated, feeling like you have clarity on things, feeling happy, wanting to get out there, having energy, being, you know, motivated. Huge. And then we've got the Eight of Cups, which is, you know, you're ready for that journey. You know, it's like, okay, I know where to go from here. You know, I can finally leave this behind, what I've been dealing with, what I've been emotionally invested in for so long, and I can finally, you know, leave and move on to something that's deeper for me and calling my soul and, you know, feels like I'm ready. I should be there. Huge, 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 huge. And then the card on the bottom of the deck was the Ten of Wands, I think just showing, you know, that you're completing this cycle. You're reaching the end where you can put down these worries or cares or responsibilities, anything that has been in your way and preventing you from moving forward, that's wrapping up. You know, that's culminating. Now, you may in March have some, you know, last minute tweaks to make, or you might be still kind of in this phase for however long in March. But remember, it really is, this is the, you know, the sun will come out. The sun has come out, you know, today. So that's all changing. That's all turning. I just want to show you all this. I mean, just look at these. The Sun, Justice, Ace of Pentacles, Emperor, Empress, Wheel, World. Are you kidding me? So what is going on in your life, Cancer? All right, let me just get one clarity card for the Queen of Wands, because I feel like something's going on there that I am missing. But let's see. And I might not even understand. You might understand perfectly. So, Queen of Wands. All right, so let's get a confirmation clarity card on the Queen of Wands, Cancer's near future in the month of March. What's coming into the picture for Cancer? What is this Queen of Wands representing? Okay, I think that was it, but I'm gonna... Yep. Okay, interesting. That's a shocker. The Moon. You know what's interesting? Okay. Remember how I was saying this is like the feminine receptive aspect of charisma and confidence, and that it's like that mystery. That's kind of like the Moon. You know, that clandestine, mysterious, attractive. You know, see how the Moon, like everything's reacting to the Moon. The crayfish is coming out of the lake or whatever that is. The dog and the wolf are responding. You know, and the Moon energy is very much like trying to discern this poignant, mysterious kind of energy that you find yourself in, and kind of, so that's really interesting. I wonder what that means for you. Okay, so I think that's it, Cancer. If anyone wants to look at your personal situation or you have specific questions, feel free to email me, tara@tarastarot.com. And I hope you have a great month. Sounds like it. If this is applying to you, please let us know how this is influencing you. We can all share. And yeah, best of luck with everything. Remember, you know, when fate brings us this energy, when it supports us and the universe is aligned and we're aligned and it's like, okay, go, it's time, we do still have to do our part. We can't if we can choose to ignore that. We can choose to not respond to that. You know, God's not going to force us and hit us over the head, because then we'd just be like zombie drones, you know. So we do have to, you know, be open, be aware, be receptive, be in tune, you know, do the practical work, make the practical decisions we need to make. But not to discount this potential that's here, this support that's here, to really use that, to really see that and move it forward. You know, it looks like it really is time for anything that was unclear to be cleared up, anything that was hanging from the past to be closed, anything that, you know, was holding you back to be released. So awesome. So hope you guys have a great month. I will see you next time. All right, bye.